Ever felt like you're just not good enough? Like everyone else has some secret talent you missed out on? Well, imagine being the only human in a galactic academy filled with super-powered aliens. That's where our protagonist, Alex, finds himself. He's not super strong, he can't teleport, and his telepathy as well, let's just say it's a work in progress. He's just Alex. Average human, trying to survive in a universe where average is definitely not the norm. The Galactic Academy is a melting pot of species, all vying for a spot in the elite ranks of the Galactic Protectorate. Think of it as the intergalactic version of a top military academy, but with way more tentacles and a lot less paperwork. Alex, a newcomer from Earth, is immediately thrown into the deep end. He's surrounded by beings who can manipulate gravity, control elements, and basically do things that would make a superhero blush. And there he is, just trying to figure out how to open his locker without accidentally activating the self-destruct sequence. One of the biggest challenges at the Academy is the annual Tech Challenge. It's a competition where cadets team up to build the most innovative and powerful weapon they can imagine. This year's challenge is especially tough: create a superweapon that can neutralize a rogue asteroid hurtling towards a peaceful planet. The catch? They only have 45 minutes. 45 minutes to save a planet. 45 minutes to prove themselves. 45 minutes and Alex's team is struggling. His teammates, a hulking Krogan named Gorik and a nimble, six-armed Quarian named HFY, are brilliant, no doubt. But they're also, let's just say, their design philosophies are a little explosive. Gorik wants to build something that can obliterate the asteroid with pure brute force, while HFY is focused on a more elegant, energy-based solution. Alex, meanwhile, is just trying to keep the power conduits from overloading and causing a galaxy-sized blackout. He's the tech specialist, the one who keeps things running smoothly. But he's also starting to feel like he's falling behind. Like he's the weak link. The pressure is on. The clock is ticking. And the asteroid is getting closer. Alex knows they need something extraordinary, something that can bridge the gap between Gorik's raw power and HFY's finesse. Something human. But what can a regular human bring to the table in a universe of super-powered aliens? What could Alex possibly contribute that his teammates haven't already considered? He's just a human, after all. Or is he? As the clock winds down, Alex has a crazy idea. Something no one else has thought of. Something uniquely human. But can he pull it off in time? And will it be enough to save the planet? The next 45 minutes will determine the fate of millions. 44 minutes left. Sweat beads on Alex's forehead as he frantically reroutes power conduits. Gorik is busy calibrating the main cannon, a monstrous weapon that looks like it could crack a moon in half. HFY, meanwhile, is working on the energy matrix, a complex device humming with barely contained power. They're so focused on their individual tasks that they haven't noticed Alex's nervous fidgeting. He knows his idea is a long shot, but it's the only thing he can think of. He glances at the timer. 43 minutes. He has to say something, but how? Gorik is notoriously impatient, and HFY is a stickler for protocol. They're both brilliant, but they can be difficult. He takes a deep breath. Guys, he says, his voice a little shaky, I have an idea. Gorik grunts, not looking up from his cannon. Is it going to make the big boom bigger? Hopefully, Alex replies, but it's different. HFY finally turns, her multifaceted eyes studying him. Different how, Alex? We don't have time for experimentation. I know, he says, but hear me out. We're trying to destroy the asteroid with brute force, right? But what if we didn't have to? What if we could? Redirect it? Gorik scoffs. Redirect it? With what? We don't have tractor beams or anything like that. Exactly, Alex says, but we have something else. We have ingenuity. He pulls up a holographic schematic on a nearby console. Look, the asteroid is mostly composed of a rare mineral called beryllium. It's highly magnetic. What if we built a device that could generate a powerful, focused magnetic field? We could use it to nudge the asteroid off course. HFY studies the schematic, her expression thoughtful. It's unconventional, she admits, but it could work. Beryllium is indeed highly susceptible to magnetic influence. Gorak, however, is still skeptical. Nudge it? We're going to nudge a planet-killer asteroid? Are you sure about this, human? It's worth a try, isn't it? Alex says. We're running out of time. We need to try something. And this is something humans are good at. We're good at finding creative solutions to problems. 42 minutes. They agree to give it a shot. Alex works feverishly, modifying the energy matrix to generate the magnetic field. HFY helps him calibrate the frequency, while Gorak, surprisingly, starts adjusting the cannon to act as a focusing lens for the magnetic beam. They're working together now, a team. For the first time, Alex feels like he's not just a human, but a vital part of the group. The next few minutes are a blur of activity. They're pushing their technology to the limits, improvising, adapting. Alex's fingers fly across the console, his mind racing. He's drawing on everything he's learned, every science fiction movie he's ever watched, every engineering trick he's ever picked up. He's channeling his inner human, his ability to think outside the box, to find creative solutions where others see only obstacles. 39 minutes. The magnetic field is almost ready. They just need to fine-tune the targeting system. But something's wrong. The energy matrix is overloading. The power conduits are glowing red. We're pushing it too hard. HFY shouts. We don't have a choice. Alex yells back. We have to try. 38 minutes. The asteroid is looming larger in the viewport. They're running out of time. One wrong move, and it's all over. The fate of the planet hangs in the balance. And Alex, the average human, is right in the middle of it all. He's not super strong, he can't teleport, and his telepathy is still a work in progress. But he has something else. He has his ingenuity, his resourcefulness, his human spirit. And right now, that might be the most powerful weapon in the galaxy. But will it be enough? 37 minutes. The red warning lights are flashing, casting an ominous glow on the faces of Alex, Gorak, and HFY. The energy matrix is humming dangerously, vibrating with raw power. We're about to lose it. HFY cries, her voice barely audible over the rising hum. Alex frantically adjusts the frequency modulator, trying to stabilize the energy flow. He knows they're cutting it close. Too close. Gorak is still focused on the cannon, his massive hands gripping the controls. The focusing lens is almost calibrated, he grunts, but we need that magnetic field, and we need it now. 36 minutes. The asteroid is now visible to the naked eye, a dark, menacing shape against the backdrop of distant stars. It's getting bigger, closer, faster. The planet below, a vibrant blue and green sphere, looks fragile, vulnerable. Alex can almost feel the weight of responsibility pressing down on him. He's just one human, but right now, he's the only one who can make this work. Almost there. He shouts, his voice strained. Just a little more. Hold on. 35 minutes. The energy matrix surges, a blinding flash of light erupting from its core. For a moment, everything goes silent. Then, a low, resonant hum fills the room, building in intensity. The magnetic field is online. Fire! Gorak bellows, unleashing the focused magnetic beam. The beam lances out, invisible to the naked eye, but its effect is immediate. The asteroid, previously hurtling straight towards the planet, begins to veer off course. Just a little at first, then more noticeably. 34 minutes. They watch, transfixed, as the asteroid slowly but surely changes its trajectory. It's working. Alex's crazy idea, the human solution, is actually working. A wave of relief washes over him, but he knows it's not over yet. They still have a long way to go. 33 minutes. The asteroid is still massive, still dangerous. They need to keep the magnetic field locked on, keep pushing it, keep redirecting it. But the energy matrix is straining, the power conduits are glowing brighter. They're running on fumes, pushing their technology beyond its limits. 32 minutes. Suddenly, the lights flicker. The hum of the magnetic field falters. The matrix is overloading. HFY shouts, her voice filled with alarm. We can't hold it much longer. 31 minutes. Alex glances at the timer. Every second counts. They're so close, but so far. He knows they need to do something drastic, but what? He pushes his mind, searching for another solution, another idea. But his mind is blank. He's exhausted, both physically and mentally. He's given it everything he's got. 30 minutes. The asteroid is still veering off course, but it's not enough. It's still too close. One wrong move, one flicker of the magnetic field, and it's all over. 29 minutes. The power conduits are sparking now, spitting out bursts of energy. The room is filled with the smell of ozone. We have to shut it down. HFY yells. We're going to blow. 28 minutes. Gorik shakes his head. No! We can't give up now. We're so close. 27 minutes. Alex looks at the asteroid, looming larger and larger in the viewport. He looks at the planet below, so beautiful, so precious. He looks at his teammates, their faces etched with determination and fear. He knows what he has to do. 26 minutes. He takes a deep breath, steeling his nerves. I have an idea, he says, his voice barely a whisper. 25 minutes. He explains his plan, a desperate, last-ditch effort. It's risky, it's dangerous, but it's their only chance. 24 minutes. Gorik and HFY exchange a look. They know he's right. It's their only chance. 23 minutes. They agree. They're in. 22 minutes. They work together, frantically, desperately, pushing their technology to the absolute limit. 21 minutes. The clock is ticking. The asteroid is getting closer. 20 minutes. The fate of the planet hangs in the balance. 19 minutes. Alex, the average human, is about to make the biggest decision of his life. 18 minutes. He closes his eyes, takes one last deep breath. 17 minutes. He opens his eyes, his gaze fixed on the asteroid. 16 minutes. He's ready. 15 minutes. It's now or never. 14 minutes. Alex focuses all his energy, channeling every ounce of his being into the task at hand. He's modifying the magnetic field, tweaking the frequency, pushing it beyond anything they'd attempted before. He's trying to create a resonance, a harmonic vibration that will amplify the magnetic field's effect. It's a risky maneuver, one that could either save them or destroy them all. 13 minutes. The energy matrix is screaming now, the power conduits glowing white-hot. HFY is monitoring the readings, her 6 arms working furiously. Alex, it's too much. We're going to overload. 12 minutes. Just a little more. Alex shouts back, his voice strained. He can feel the energy coursing through him, his heart pounding in his chest. He's pushing himself, pushing the technology, pushing everything to the limit. 11 minutes. The magnetic field is fluctuating wildly, shimmering and distorting. It's like trying to hold a supernova in your hand. Gorik is struggling to keep the focusing lens aligned, the cannon shaking violently. 10 minutes. Alex, we have to stop. HFY pleads. We're going to cause a catastrophic cascade. 9 minutes. Alex ignores her, his eyes fixed on the asteroid. It's so close now, so massive, it fills the viewport. He can almost feel its gravitational pull, tugging at him, threatening to pull him into its orbit. 8 minutes. He pushes the frequency modulator one last notch. The magnetic field resonates, a powerful, invisible wave emanating from the cannon. The asteroid shudders, then begins to rotate, slowly at first, then faster and faster. 7 minutes. It's working! Gorik roars, a triumphant grin on his face. We're doing it! 6 minutes. The asteroid is spinning now, a blur of rock and ice. It's still hurtling towards the planet, but its trajectory is changing, curving away from the populated areas. 5 minutes. They watch, breathless, as the asteroid continues to spin, its path arcing away from the planet. They've done it. They've saved the day. Alex feels a wave of exhaustion wash over him, but he's too relieved to care. 4 minutes. Suddenly, the lights flicker again. The hum of the magnetic field falters. What's happening? HFY cries, her voice filled with panic. 3 minutes. Alex checks the readings. The energy matrix is stable, the power conduits are holding. But something's wrong. The asteroid. It's not just spinning. It's splitting. 2 minutes. A massive chunk of the asteroid breaks off, separating from the main body. It's still on course for the planet. A smaller chunk, but still big enough to cause widespread devastation. 1 minute. We have a problem. Alex shouts. The resonance. It destabilized the asteroid. We've created 2 threats instead of 1. 30 seconds. The smaller asteroid fragment is hurtling towards the planet, its trajectory locked on a major city. They've stopped the big one, but now they have a new crisis. And they have less than a minute to solve it. 15 seconds. Alex stares at the viewport, his mind racing. He's out of ideas. He's pushed himself, pushed the technology, pushed everything to the limit. He's got nothing left. 10 seconds. Gorik and HFY are looking at him, their faces filled with desperation. They're waiting for him, waiting for the human to come up with another miracle. 5 seconds. Alex closes his eyes, trying to clear his mind. He needs to think, he needs to focus, he needs to come up with something, anything. 1 second. He opens his eyes, his gaze fixed on the smaller asteroid, now looming large in the viewport. He sees something he hadn't noticed before. A faint glow, emanating from the asteroid's core. 0 seconds. He realizes what it is. And he knows what he has to do. 0 seconds. Alex sees it, the faint glow. It's not just a glow, it's Cherenkov radiation. The smaller asteroid fragment isn't just a chunk of beryllium, it's radioactive. Unstable. And that gives him an idea. A crazy, desperate, last-ditch idea. HFY, he yells, that fragment. It's radioactive. Can you modify the energy matrix to emit a specific frequency of radiation? Something that will interact with the radioactive isotopes. HFY's multifaceted eyes widen. You mean induce a controlled decay? Exactly. Alex shouts. If we can trigger a rapid decay of the radioactive elements, we can destabilize the fragment structure. Make it crumble. Gorik looks skeptical. Crumble? We need to destroy it. We don't have time for that. Alex retorts. We need a solution, and we need it now. This is it. HFY nods quickly. It's risky, but it might work. I can try to recalibrate the matrix. She works at lightning speed, her 6 arms a blur of motion. The clock is ticking. The asteroid fragment is getting closer. Seconds feel like hours. Ready, HFY announces. But the energy drain is going to be immense. We might lose everything. Do it, Alex commands. HFY fires the modified radiation beam. It strikes the asteroid fragment, bathing it in an eerie glow. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, the fragment begins to crack. Small fissures spreading across its surface. It's working! Gorik exclaims. The cracks widen, spider webbing across the fragment. Small chunks begin to break off, drifting away. The fragment is disintegrating. With a final, dramatic surge, the entire fragment crumbles, dissolving into a cloud of dust and debris. The planet is safe. They've done it. Against all odds, they've saved the planet. Alex, Gorik, and HFY stand there, exhausted but triumphant, as the cloud of dust drifts harmlessly past the planet. But then, the ground starts to shake. The lights flicker violently. What's happening now? Gorik asks, his voice laced with anxiety. Alex checks the readings. The energy matrix is stable. The power conduits are holding. But something's different. He looks at the viewport. The larger asteroid, the one they thought they'd redirected. It stopped. It stopped. HFY asks, confused. No, Alex says slowly, his eyes widening in horror. It's not stopped. It's hovering. And then they see it. A massive, shimmering energy field surrounding the asteroid, holding it in place. A field they didn't create. A field alien. A voice, echoing in their minds, confirms their worst fears. Greetings, cadets, it says. We have been observing your ingenuity. While your efforts to redirect the asteroid were amusing, we have decided to intervene. We have neutralized the threat. But your actions have revealed something concerning. Your potential. We cannot allow such unpredictability to exist. The energy field around the asteroid intensifies. The asteroid begins to glow. What are they doing? Gorik whispers, his voice filled with dread. The alien voice answers. We are taking the Krillium. And we are taking you. The 3 cadets, Alex, Gorik, and HFY, exchanged terrified glances. They had faced a rogue asteroid, a malfunctioning energy matrix, and the ticking clock, but this was something else entirely. This was beyond their understanding, beyond their control. They were facing an unknown power, a force that had casually neutralized a planet killer and now intended to take them? What do you mean, take us? Alex manages to ask, his voice trembling slightly. The alien voice doesn't reply immediately. The energy field around the asteroid pulses, growing stronger. The asteroid itself begins to emit a low hum, a sound that vibrates through the very bones of the cadets. We have observed your potential, the voice finally says. You possess a unique adaptability. A capacity for innovation that is intriguing. We have decided to study you further. Study us? Gorik growls, his fists clenching. We're not lab rats. Indeed, you are not, the voice replies. You are subjects. Your unique biological and technological insights will be invaluable to our research. HFY steps forward, her 6 arms outstretched. Research? What kind of research? What do you want from us? Your cooperation, the voice says simply. And your knowledge. The energy field intensifies, pulling the cadets towards the hovering asteroid. They struggle against it, but it's no use. They're being pulled inexorably towards the unknown. As they're being pulled closer, Alex notices something. A small, almost imperceptible flicker in the energy field. An opening. A chance. Gorik, HFY, he shouts. When we get close enough, I'm going to try something. Be ready. The two aliens nod, their expressions grim. They know this is their only chance. They're pulled inside the energy field, into a brightly lit chamber within the asteroid. The chamber is filled with strange technology, glowing consoles, and pulsating energy fields. In the center of the chamber, a large, crystalline structure hums with power. As soon as they're inside, Alex acts. He lunges forward, aiming for the crystalline structure. He doesn't know what he's going to do, but he knows he has to do something. Gorik and HFY react instantly, creating a diversion. Gorik charges towards one of the consoles, smashing it with his bare hands. HFY unleashes a barrage of energy pulses, disrupting the other technology. Alex reaches the crystalline structure and touches it. A surge of energy flows through him, his mind filled with alien images, alien thoughts, alien knowledge. He sees their technology, their motives, their plans. He sees everything. And then he sees it. A weakness. A flaw in their energy field. A vulnerability. He pulls back his hand, a strange energy emanating from his fingertips. He focuses his will, channeling the alien knowledge he's just absorbed. He aims his hand at the energy field surrounding the chamber. Now! He yells. He unleashes the energy. It strikes the energy field, causing it to shimmer and distort. The chamber is plunged into darkness. Chaos erupts. Alarms blare, lights flash, and the ground shakes. The cadets find themselves disoriented, lost in the darkness. Follow me! Alex shouts, his voice echoing through the chamber. He can sense the weakness in the energy field, the point of vulnerability. He leads Gorik and HFY through the darkness, towards the exit. They reach the edge of the chamber and find the energy field flickering erratically. Alex knows they have to act fast. He pushes Gorik and HFY through the opening, then follows himself. They find themselves outside the asteroid, floating in the vast emptiness of space. The asteroid, now destabilized, begins to drift away. They're safe. For now. But they know they haven't truly escaped. The aliens know about them. They know about their potential. They will be back. As they float in the darkness, looking back at the drifting asteroid, Alex knows their lives have changed forever. They're no longer just cadets. They're targets. They're a threat. But they're also something else. They're a team. They're survivors. They're the human element in a galaxy of unknowns. And they're ready to face whatever comes next. The experience has taught them valuable lessons. The importance of teamwork, the power of ingenuity, and the resilience of the human spirit. They've learned that even the most powerful beings can have weaknesses, and that even the most ordinary individuals can make a difference. They've learned that fear can be a powerful motivator, but that courage is even stronger. And they've learned that even in the face of overwhelming odds, hope can still prevail. As they drift in the vast expanse of space, they know their journey has just begun, and they're ready to face the unknown, together. The galaxy awaits.